Hey guys, and welcome to lesson number 4 of my How to Crochet for Beginners tutorials. Today we're going to be learning the double crochet, also known as a treble crochet in the UK terms. So US terms, double crochet, UK terms, treble crochet. As always, we will be using our 8-ply acrylic yarn with our 4mm crochet hook. Now, if you don't have these sizes laying around home, you can use any size. I just use these sizes because I do find them easiest to learn with, so I do always recommend them for my beginners. But if you don't have these sizes at home, you can use any size crochet hook and any size yarn. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to go ahead and find the end of my yarn. And then we will be starting off with a slip knot. So I'm just going to go ahead and complete that now. And then we want to chain 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here are our 14 chains. Now, if you don't already know how to do a slip knot or the chain stitch, I will add in some links so you can go and watch my tutorials there before we complete the double crochet. Now, with the double crochet, we are going to skip the first 4 chains and complete our first double crochet into the 5th chain from our hook. Now, a lot of people will tell you to only skip the first 3, but I find this still leaves your project a little bit tight at the beginning, and it can cause your project to taper in at the start. Now, you will see what I mean if you have a play around and experiment with the amount of chains you leave for your first double crochet. But I always like to leave 4. It just gives you a little bit of extra room to move, and it doesn't leave your project so tight, so you do get a nice straight edge. The reason we're skipping the first 4 chains is basically because the first 3 chains will create your very first double crochet, and that 4th chain is going to create the base stitch that the first double crochet will sit in. So it will kind of look like this. Now, once you've done a few stitches, it will fall into place and you will be able to see a bit more clearly what I'm talking about. But if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to comment below and I'll try my very best to answer them for you. Okay, so the first step is to yarn over. We're then going to find that 5th chain from our hook, and then we're going to insert our hook into that 5th chain, yarn over again, turn our hook and pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, turn our hook, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again, turn our hook and pull through the 2 remaining loops. So you will technically now have 2 double crochet on your hook, the first one obviously being the chain 4 that we skipped at the start, and the second one being the double crochet we've just completed. So I'll show you again. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over again, turn our hook, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, turn your hook, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again and pull through the 2 remaining loops. I'll show you again. So yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over again, turn your hook and pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, turn your hook, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again and pull through the 2 remaining loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over again, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again and pull through the 2 remaining loops. Again, yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again and pull through the 2 remaining loops. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish this row and I'll meet you at the end. Now that is your very first row of double crochet complete. It should look like this. Now remember, we did skip those stitches at the start, so we will only have 11 double crochet on our hook, including that chain 4 at the beginning. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you've got more or less than this, you'll know you've skipped or added one in somewhere, but that's okay, just keep practicing. Now we're going to start our next row. So we just want to chain 3, and then we're going to turn our work. So just like you're turning the page of a book, like so. And now we can begin our second row of our double crochet. So the chains that we just completed are now going to count as our very first double crochet. So we will want to skip that very first stitch there and crochet into the second stitch. Now I also just quickly want to show you what it looks like from the top when we're crocheting into stitches that have already been completed rather than just the chains. Now we're going to be skipping that first stitch and crocheting into that second stitch there. Now you'll notice that when you look at the stitches from above, they all look like V's. Now each V is one stitch. So when you're inserting your hook, you want to make sure that V is sitting on top of your hook like this. Now that we've been through that, let's get on to our second row of double crochet. So first we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that second stitch, yarn over again, turn our hook and pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, turn our hook, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again, and pull through the 2 remaining loops. So we will now technically have 2 double crochet, so the first one being the chain 3, and that second one being the double crochet we've just completed. So I'll show you again. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over again, turn our hook, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again, and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over again, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again, and then pull through the 2 remaining loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over again, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull through the 2 remaining loops. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and finish off this row, and I'll meet you back here at the end. So once you've completed the second last double crochet of this row, you will find yourself at the double crochet that's not really a double crochet because it is the 3 chains that we completed at the beginning of the previous row. If you flip it over, you'll be able to see the 3 chains clearly, and we want to crochet into the very top chain. So if we just yarn over, insert your hook through the back of that top chain, and you'll see that there's only 1 loop on your hook and not the V as if you were inserting into a stitch. That's completely fine because you are only inserting into a chain and not an actual stitch. So yarn over again, turn your hook, pull through the first loop only, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over again, and pull through the 2 remaining loops. And here we have 2 completed rows of our double crochet. This is what it should look like. Now remember, we did skip those chains at the beginning, so we will only have 11 double crochets on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 including our chain 3 at the end. Again, if you have more or less than this, you'll know you've made a mistake somewhere, but that's okay. Just unpull it and start again and keep practicing, and I'll see you in my next video. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to be notified of when I upload future videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.